Oh boy, do I have one exciting episode for you today. Dear ladies and gentlemen, no, your eyes are not lying to you. This is Waffenträger Auf E-100 in full HD quality. This is the first time you see full HD quality Waffenträger E-100 on my channel at least. Wargaming did it, because once again guys, I am on the Chinese server, on the legendary, on the mighty Chinese server. That is a lot different to our regular game, because what kind of maps they have over there, what kind of special vehicles they have over there, for example this one. Yes guys, Waffenträger Auf E-100P is available on the Chinese server, and I believe this is the most expensive premium vehicle ever. I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but the price to get Waffenträger Auf E-100 as a tier 10 premium vehicle, special premium vehicle, you have to pay 30,000 gold for it. This is just mad, 30,000 gold for one premium vehicle. But this money doesn't go to Wargaming's account, well, not directly, because if you still didn't know that, then Chinese server is actually hosted by another company. And this is why Chinese server is so different. It has so many special vehicles, for example this one, or Object 268 version number 5, not version number 4 that Wargaming is thinking about putting into the game, but version number 5, tier 10 Soviet Russian tank destroyer with a turret, which looks almost exactly like any other Soviet Russian tier 10 Soviet Russian heavy tank in this game already, but it is a tier 10 tank destroyer. And maybe you're interested seeing some action with that Object 268 version number 5 as well on the Chinese server. Just let me know in the comment section down below. But fair warning guys, those two battles that you are going to see in today's episode are not going to be first class replays, and this replay especially is a little bit bugged as well. As you can see, whenever this player locks on some enemy vehicles, aiming circle is going to bug out and is going to stay in the middle of the screen for some odd reason. Well, you are going to see that more a little bit later, sometimes no outlines as well, so this replay is full of bugs, but I am super happy that I was able to get it working in the first place, because after I do not even know how many hours of crashing. Once again, Chinese server doesn't really want to cooperate with me. But you enjoy some gameplay action on the background while I am talking about this vehicle. So what Chinese server decided to do to the Waffenträger Auf E-100 before they decided to release this tier 10 German premium tank destroyer. Keep in mind, this is not your regular tank destroyer, this is premium tank destroyer that you can get for 30,000 gold. Oh man, I would like to be the head of that company on the Chinese server. Mad. But they decided to make Waffenträger Auf E-100 into the HD, or they remodeled this vehicle into the HD quality. Of course, they had to do that. Hull armor was nerfed, similar to the GWE-100's hull armor now. Previously, the hull armor was similar to the E-100, but turret, as we all know, was made out of paper. No armor at the rear of the turret because, well, there wasn't any armor. Pretty simple, yeah. But gun and mobility stats are almost exactly the same as before replacing it with Guerrilla 15. When this vehicle used to be in the game. So not bad guys. And now I believe let's take a quick look at some of the specs, and weaponry or firepower specs are what I'm interested about. And now you do not have two gun options. Now you have only that 128mm gun that you can get on Jagdtiger as well, for example, which is super accurate with 560 alpha damage. Previously, you had two gun options. You were able to choose between this one or between 155mm cannon with 750 alpha damage. And I believe you had 4 rounds in one clip, if I remember correctly, or maybe 5. Or maybe 5 was pre-nerf. I don't remember anymore because it has been a long time. But the DPM with this gun 2640. And over here you can see once again that replay bug when aiming circle stays in the middle while he locks on someone. but 2640 DPM with an autoloader tier 10 TD is super awesome. 560 alpha damage, 276mm of penetration with standard AP rounds. And by the way, what was that ammunition loadout this guy was carrying? 15 regular AP rounds, 10 APCR rounds, and 35 AT rounds with 128mm gun. Blows my mind, but I warned you guys that this is not your first class replay, even though the score or the damage done is actually quite respectable, so well played. Whoever you are, I really cannot pronounce your name. But let's move on. 276mm of penetration with standard AP rounds and 352mm of penetration with premium APCR rounds. 352mm of penetration. Yep, this is good old Waffenträger Auf E-100 with 55.62 second reload time of the full magazine. And this is stock reload time, by the way. You were able to get it around 50 seconds or something like that. And by the way, guys, did you see this auto aim? I didn't see any outline popping up over there, so maybe this is that auto aim assistance that this guy is using, but I am not sure if this is allowed or not allowed on the Chinese server. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like in-game mode for Chinese server because of how different it is, but it actually seemed kind of cheesy. And now I really do not understand why why this guy is not repairing his engine. Why? And that ramming into the Centurion Action X as well. Today you witness battles full of derping and surprises, and I'm pretty sure that next replay is going to make a lot of you guys mad for one reason. But moving on once again, and sorry for getting sidetracked many times, but we have a lot of things going on at the same time. Now let's say a full clip reload is going to be around 50 seconds with equipment with boosted crew and so on. 5 rounds in one magazine, and reload time between every single shot was that legendary 2 seconds. So you have 2-second reload time between every single shot with 560 alpha damage gun. This is mind-blowing. Aiming time 1.44 seconds and accuracy 0.28. Stock accuracy, stock aiming time, guys. Just what a firepower. And this vehicle was all about that firepower. 100% about that firepower. Because E-100, Waffenträger E-100 emptied his clip and he was out from the game for the next 50 seconds. And it was super weak versus artists, versus HE ammunition. Every single tank that this tank can see on the battlefield was able to penetrate it. Every single tank was able to penetrate Waffenträger E-100 easily. But a lot of guys used auto-aim and they actually auto-aimed into the hull, which was super strong, but hull on this P version, premium version, is actually nerfed a lot, frontal hull armor especially. And by the way, do you already see why I said a lot of you guys are going to be angry about this battle? Yeah, this guy is using full APCR load with 352mm of penetration. Easy game, easy life. Okay, what else interesting I can tell you about this vehicle? Maybe shell velocity for a standard AP round was 1200 meters per second, which is extremely good, and for premium APCR rounds 1500 meters per second. It was really hard to miss anything with this vehicle. If you missed something, well, you are just bad at aiming or you got effed by RNG's hardcore. Now, potential damage with one clip, even with 560 alpha damage, is 2800. So that means you are able to one-shot or one clip every single tank in this game. For mouse, you need to get a few high rolls to reach 3000 damage, but it is possible to one-shot or to one-clip mouse as well. For E-100, for example, you have to stay around average rolls to take E-100 out from full HP. Same goes to the Type 5. So clip potential, you are able to one-shot every single tank in this game. Sounds pretty awesome. And now talking about mobility, not the worst actually. Top speed 40 kph, reverse speed 15 with 1200 horsepower engine. Power to weight ratio is kind of garbage, only 12 horsepower per ton. Gun elevation 15 degrees, gun depression -5 degrees, fully traversable turret with close to 23 degrees per second. Traverse speed, what else interesting? Hull armor 80, 50 and 40. As I said, it was nerfed. Turret armor, well, it has no armor whatsoever. Anything that can see this vehicle is able to penetrate its turret easily, even with HE rounds. Just don't hit a gun and you are Gucci. 2000 HP in total. It was able to take some beating, but its biggest enemy was of course artillery, and I believe in nowadays world of tanks, Type 4 and Type 5 heavy with those massive turb cannons are going to be, or are the biggest enemies for Waffenträger Auf E100P version. And finally, what else? 380 meter view range. And that is it. Yeah, that is it pretty much. Total weight, by the way, this vehicle is 100 tons heavy vehicle with 150 ton maximum weight limit. Crazy numbers over here, and this is why power to weight ratio is only 12 horsepower per ton, because it has 1200 horsepower engine. Simple maths. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 that's 3. Quick maths. If you didn't know that. But ladies and gents, this is Waffenträger Auf E100P version in full HD quality on the Chinese server. Is this vehicle going to be available on any other server as well? I do not know that, but I think it is. At one point I think it is going to be available as well. I just hope, I just pray that Wargaming is not going to make it as yet another Clan Wars reward tank or something like that. It would be ridiculous. But at the moment at least we do not have any tier 10 premium tanks that you can buy on the Chinese server. You can actually buy Object 907 as well for real money. You can buy this one, you can buy Object 268 version 5 and many special vehicles. And just let me know if you would like to see those vehicles in the future as well on my channel, if I get this server working once again. And yeah, I think that is it. That is it from me. I was talking about German vehicles, so guys, message to all my German fans once again. If you didn't see my yesterday's episode, I was able to finally release Made in Germany t-shirt, hoodie, a sweatshirt mark design for you as well. It looked really awesome in my opinion. It is a little bit different than the previous Made in collection shirts or designs, so I hope you enjoy it as well. If you would like to grab it, link is in the description. Beast Mode Care Store. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I thank you for tuning in, I really do. I hope you enjoyed your weekend as well, by the way. I get you next time, next week, with something else. Stay awesome, take care, and bye. And stay sexy. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Now we have lead time. Okay, bye.